So I was going to share with you what it takes to, I'm doing this workbook. It's called Overcoming Under-Earning. And it talks about how one of the affirmations that it recommends that you do and write out and repeat to yourself is, I intentionally put myself in situations beyond my perceived ability, and then I rise to them. Which is basically saying that you set your intentions of operating outside your area of comfort, and you step into a certain type of energy. For instance, let's say I am interested in interviewing for a job. Ava is so happy. So let's say, for instance, I'm interviewing for a job, and the job is beyond my usual pay range, right? And so when that happens, I could be really timid about it. I could be really scared about it. I could be like, oh my gosh, I've never made that amount before. So that means that I'm going to be so underqualified for the job. Or if you intentionally put yourself in situations beyond your perceived ability and you rise to the occasion, you rise to the situation, then instead you could shift it and you can decide, you know what? I'm going to bring it. I'm going to bring the energy. I'm going to bring what it takes. And you speak and you talk from a posture of a director position. Let's say I'm applying for a director position and the pay is $200,000 a month or $200,000 a year. And let's say that it's beyond my usual pay range. I could step into it and I could say, well, like, what does it look like? What is my posture? What is my position like? What energy do I bring? How do I talk about the position? Am I defensive? Am I like, feel like I have to convince them that they should hire me? Or do I step into it? I make it a conscious choice and I think what it takes to step into that role, and then I step into it. And it's something. It's different. You know, it's powerful and it's different. It's really, really different. And so I encourage you to put yourself in situations beyond your perceived ability and then rise to them and see what there is to see. Right? Like if I go to that interview and I know that typically I don't make that much or something, then I can see what kind of energy I bring, what kind of person steps into that role, and what does it look like? And, you know, how do I dress myself for the interview? Do I have my hair and my makeup done, very well? I have my nails done. I have my toes pedicured. I wear 3-inch heels, what does it take? Like, what does it look like? What kind of energy do I bring into it? What kind of role do I step into? What words would I use to exude the energy of a person that is qualified for a director position? It's a shift. It's like an actor stepping into the role of whatever role they're playing. It's a shift. It's a conscious decision to shift your energy and to step into something that is not your typical way of operating. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, like that would be a really cool exercise to do, and it's something to try and emphasize. Just like if I step into an environment foreign to me, I step into this really ritzy, well-to-do neighborhood or block or something, right? This business, I could be really defensive and weird about it and say, oh my gosh, there's all this money and I feel really, really weird about it. Or I can say, well, I embrace myself. I am who I am. I'm perfectly who I am. What kind of energy do I bring? What kind of conversations do I have? Do I smile anyways? And do I exude this energy anyways? And bring my powerhouse, badass energy and see what there is to see. And share myself in a powerful, positive way and see what comes of it, right? Like you rise to the occasion. You rise to the circumstances. You put yourself in positions beyond your perceived ability and you rise to it. And you see what kind of energy you bring. I used to be so scared of these kind of activities, and recently I Googled, how do I step out of my perceived inhibitions? How do I drop my inhibitions and stuff? And I was like, you know what? I'm going to look into this. And so I started toying with the idea, okay, what would it look like if I was in a situation, in a circumstance that is beyond my, that would get me to operate outside of my inhibitions? Like, what does it look like? And these are the things it would kind of look like. And before I hired a life coach in my life, I would have never, ever thought to look at a director position, like never. But now I'm like, why not? It's a shift of energy. What have you got to lose? If anything, you get really great experience on how to bring it. As you may or may not know, I am a life coach. These are the kind of topics we would talk about. What is a life coach? A life coach is someone who's in your life. We meet on a weekly basis. We have these hour-long sessions, and we talk about anything important in your life, any shifts you'd like to have, any transformation, any areas of your life you would desire to have life fulfillment about, and no, there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with your life. You're whole, you're complete, you're perfect, you're divine, just the way you are. But did you also know that you have superpowers? Do you know that as a human, you have your power of your language? You have a divine right. You have this ability to really shift your life in a massively powerful way. You have this ability to access the true badass that you are. And you do have the ability to have deep, profound conversations every single day. And you have the ability to speak eloquently and communicate incredibly, infinitely powerfully with your spouse, your loved ones, your mom, your kids. Like, yes, you actually have that ability. Did you know that? And yes, that is possible. And you may think, sure, Twan, like, that sounds too good to be true. I've been talking to my spouse and my mom for years, and we're always arguing about money or how I could be different or better or something like that. Like, what in the world could you be possibly talking about? Well, I'm telling you that my husband and I have always talked about money, and we have had plenty of arguments about all sorts of things. But I'm also here to tell you that something in my life shifted, and I learned how to shift my energy, shift my perspective, and really tune into a different vibrational frequency, a different channel to really live a powerful, meaningful, fulfilling life. And yes, you have access to that too. You have that ability as well because it is your divine right. You are a being of light. You are a manifestation of the multiverse. You are a child of God. You are a child of the Heavenly Father. So of course you have this power too. The thing is, when we reincarnated onto this planet in the human form, we totally forgot. We totally forgot what we are capable of. We totally forgot what we truly can do. And we totally forgot about the power of our words. And so, when you have a life coach in your life, like me, I help you access all that stuff again. I help you tune into it. I help you achieve and live into the life that is aligned with your soul's purpose. I help guide you to access that power that you already have, but you totally forgot that you have it and you forgot how to access it. So that's what I do for a living. I guide you to get there. I point out your blind spots. I hold you to your word. I hold you to the powerful, badass human being, the powerhouse that you are. And I don't allow you to get away with anything. If you start walking a slippery slope, yes, I will point it out to you. If you start saying stuff that sounds awfully disempowering and non-transformative, yes, I will point that out to you as well. And the more conversations you have with me, the more you truly get how deeply powerful you are and how in control you are of your life. And you get to manifest into reality the version of your life that you truly desire to live. That is your divine right, and that is your power. So, reach out to me. I don't care how you get to me, just get to me. So you have the ability to contact me. Everything is in my bio. You have my email address, you have my phone number, you have my websites. I have a website called soulelevatedlife.com. I have a YouTube channel. You can Google YouTube Soul, SOUL, Elevated Life. You can look at my Instagram page, you can look at my Facebook page. You know, just figure it out. If you get my attention, you'll get my attention. We can have an interview. We can have a quick talk over coffee or lunch if you're local to me in the Dallas area, and we can see if we're a good match for one another and see if you're ready to have a life coach in your life. And if you're not, that's okay too. You might not be in that point in your journey where you're like, I'm ready to have a life coach. Maybe you're more interested in a course that I offer because you're like, baby steps, let's do baby steps. So I have some courses out there for you. I can, one course is how to write powerful manifestations, meaning every day you write out your intentions of how, the kind of life you'd like to live. And then you start living into, you start stepping into that energy, you start stepping into that kind of life that you desire. And the other course I offer is called a mini course on living a soul elevated life. So I show you how to do things like start a meditation practice, start a journaling practice, how to follow your triggers to really understand yourself and your subconscious limiting beliefs, how to write powerful manifestations, how to do envisioning, and how to do gratitude exercises. And this is like a mini crash course on how to live a soul elevated life. And so you also have those as well. And then if you would like to have the most transformative, most powerful, most accelerated way to have profound transformation in your life, then that would usually be having a life coach in your life where you meet on a weekly basis for an hour long. So I would provide this energy and space for you, and we'd meet virtually on an app. And so you don't have to be local. You can be around the world or in a different city and stuff. It's not an issue. And we'll meet and talk for an hour virtually. And then you start shifting massive things in your life. It's very powerful to have a life coach in your life, and your life will never, ever be the same again. So I highly, highly recommend it. And this is what I do for a living. It's my sole purpose. It's what I came to do. I have a gift. I'm made to do this. I'm made to listen to people, listen to their challenges, listen to things they like to shift. And then I have very deep, powerful conversations with my clients. And I say what there is to say. We have this energy and space for our soul's expansion and growth, and all that is aligned for us. And it is utterly divine. It's amazing. So, yes, having a life coach in your life is amazing. So on this beautiful Saturday, I send you love, light, profound clarity, and infinite possibility and freedom to truly create and manifest into existence the very life you choose to live and create for yourself that is aligned with your true soul's purpose. Here's to you living a soul elevated life, and I will see you tomorrow.